Hello, my name is Ranjan Paranya from the University of Mindanao, taking a Bachelor of Science in Social Work. I am here to explain to you about the historical antecedents of science and technology. Let us start. We are going to tackle on how social context shaped by science and technology across the three historical periods. We have three periods. First, the ancient periods. These are some of the inventions during the ancient periods. Antecedent means a thing or an event that existed before or logically precedes another. Antecedents is defined as precursor to the unfolding or existence of something. Back then, ancient civilization used animals for transporting long before the invention of the wheel. Ancient wheel is a general agreement back then came that the ancient wheel grew out of a mechanical device called the potter's wheel. It was invented shortly after 3500 BC. The next invention is paper. It was roughly invented around 3000 BC. Ancient Egyptians began writing on papyrus, a material similar to the thick paper. Did you know that before the papyrus was invented that they used to write on stones? After the paper was invented, the spread of information and dissemination of information was way faster before. Shaduf was an early tool invention and used by ancient Egyptians to irrigate land. They used shaduf, a hand-operated device, to get water from the ground. Another invention was the Antikythera mechanism. It is similar to the metal clock that discovered in 1902, retrieved from the waters from Antikythera, Greece. They used it to predict astronomical position and ellipses for calendar and astrological purposes also. Ulipile. It is known as Hero's engine back then, an ancient precursor of an steam engine. The second period is called Middle Ages. The first invention that was stated on the book was heavy plow. It was considered as one of the most important inventions. This led to prosperity and literally created a breeding ground for economic growth and cities. Second invention of the Middle Ages was the gunpowder. Actually, this was very dangerous back then. It was invented around 850 AD. People back then used gunpowder to advance in wars. The next invention is what we use on our daily lives every day until today. It is the paper money. The first known version of paper money could be tracked back to the Chinese in 17th century AD. It was an offshoot of intervention of block printing, which is similar to stamping. Another invention was the mechanical clock. It was developed on the Middle Age also. The development of mechanical clocks paved the way on accurately keeping tracking on time. Spinning wheel, a machine used for transforming fiber into thread or yarn and eventually woven into a cloth or a loom. It was used for clothing back then. What you see on the picture is an example of a spinning wheel. We are now down on the third period, the modern ages. Compound microscope. The first microscope was accredited to the Dutch spectacle maker named Zacharias Hansen way back in 1590. Another invention was a telescope. It was used to study astronomy during the modern ages. It was invented by Galileo Galilei. Jacquard loom, considered as one of the most critical drivers of the revolution, simplifies texting and manufacturing. Built by French weaver Joseph Marie Jacquard. The next invention really amazed me. Engine-powered airplane. The invention was credited to Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright. Their aircraft could actually fly without airfoil-shaped wings. The next invention was television. The Scottish engineer John Logie Baird was accredited for this invention. Recognizable faces paved way during the 1924, moving objects in 1926, and colored images during the 1928. These are some inventions of the Filipino scientists. The first invention was electronic jeepney. Second, erythromycin, which is used for medication. Third one, medical incubator, also used for medication. Mole remover, which is actually used for beautification, and banana ketchup, which is very delicious and used for foods. That ends my presentation for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something. Thank you.